Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome everyone to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Monday, September 11th, 2023. We are about to do a live, in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now, based on my current location in the state of New Mexico in the USA. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and priestess and an AstroVed astrologer. And I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has said the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with each of them. In doing the puja, we are inviting their positive blessings to flow into us and also into our world. To do the puja, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. I have drawn the chart in chalk on a little blackboard that's laying flat on a side table here. Also, for doing the puja, I have a container of water, a lit tea light, an incense stick, a bell, a raisin, and a bowl of fresh flower petals. I start with sprinkling a few drops of water on all four sides of the blackboard chart to symbolically purify the space where the puja will be happening. I also put a few drops of water on top of my own head, and I send a few drops of water out into space, symbolically towards all of you, so that whether you're watching this live or later on a replay, everyone is purified going into the puja. We start with invoking Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles, and also is a patron of astrology. Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja, and I ask Ganesha to remove obstacles in the lives of all of you, in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of your life. May Ganesha remove obstacles for you, now and always. Now, we turn our attention to the time Shaktis, or the time elements that are active in my local area. We start with honoring the planet ruling the day. Today is Monday, ruled by the moon. I put flower petals on the moon on the blackboard chart. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Next, we honor the star that the moon is in. At the moment, the moon is in a star called Pushya, a star considered to be very spiritually auspicious. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Next, we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. In my area, we are in the 12th waning moon, called Dwadasi in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Dwadasi Devye Namaha. Om Dwadasi Devye Namaha. Om Dwadasi Devye Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that's ruling the hour. In my local area, this is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we pause. We're going to acknowledge the yoga and the karana time elements. For these, we don't use flower petals. We say their names in Sanskrit 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called pariga, which has energies of obstruction. Pariga, pariga, pariga. And the karana that's active right now is one called taitula, which has energies that are steady. Taitula, taitula, taitula. Obstruction and steady, that definitely describes my morning. When I got into the software, the link for the webinar hadn't been created on the Zoom side, and I did have to stay steady with getting that created on my own. Usually the team has certain things set up for me, several of which weren't ready this morning, so I was able to stay steady and get things created so we could start on time. Well, that's interesting to look at. Now we turn our attention to the chart of the moment, and we start by looking at the sign that is the ascendant sign, represented here with the letters AC. This is the sign that's coming up on the eastern horizon in my local area. This is Kanya, or Virgo. Dr. Pillai said we start with honoring the planet that rules the ascendant sign as a gesture to his importance at the moment. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, who's retrograde and extra powerful. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Now, starting in Virgo, we're going to go around the chart and we'll stop in each sign that has one or more planets in it. Today in Virgo is Mars. We honor Mars. I put flower petals on him. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Hasta, a star symbolized as an open hand in blessing. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Hastaye Namaha. Om Hastaye Namaha. Om Hastaye Namaha. Hasta star is ruled by Savitur, one of the forms of the sun. It's said that Savitur is able to help us to use divine words of mantras to create positive change. The light of Savitur helps light up our own inner world with the splendor of God and indescribable beauty. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Saviturye Namaha. Om Saviturye Namaha. Om Saviturye Namaha. Hasta star is ruled by the moon. I put flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kanya, or Virgo, the most analytical and detail-oriented of all the zodiac signs, today containing Mars, planet of courage and willpower, planet that helps us to take practical action to solve problems. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, going in a clockwise direction around the chart, the next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu. We honor Ketu. I put flower petals on him. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Chitra, a star that can give blessings for creativity and craftsmanship. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Chitraye Namaha. Om Chitraye Namaha. Om Chitraye Namaha. Chitra's star is ruled by Tvashtar, an archetype who can give blessings for craftsmanship. He himself is a master craftsman. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Chitra's star is ruled by Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign that could give blessings for balance, fairness, harmony. Today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto, who is retrograde and extra powerful. I put flower petals on Pluto. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada's star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. It is said that the sole aim of the Visvadevas is to assist humanity in a great victory over demonic forces, uplifting humanity to higher consciousness. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarashada's star is ruled by the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can help activate ancient past life skills and abilities. Today, containing Pluto, a planet that Dr. Pillai says can help us with rationality and science. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today contains Saturn, who is retrograde and extra powerful. We honor Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Satyabisha, a star symbolized as an empty circle. This is a star that can give blessings for healing and also for interest in esoteric subjects. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Satyabisha's star is ruled by Varuna, archetype associated with the rain and the oceans. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Satyabisha's star is ruled by Rahu. I put flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that is the most humanitarian of all the signs, today containing Saturn, planet of patience, compassion, planet of structure, planet of longevity. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Neptune, who is retrograde and extra powerful. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purvabhadrapada, a star that can help us, according to Dr. Pillai, with energies that help us towards enlightenment, charity, and purification. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us to experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Jupiter. I put flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is also Jupiter. I put more flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena or Pisces, the most transcendental of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that can help with our intuition and also help us in understanding our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Misha or Aries, which today contains Rahu and Jupiter, who is retrograde, and Uranus, who is also retrograde. All three of them are in different stars, so we honor each of them separately. I start with Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Rahu is in a star called Ashwini, a star that can give blessings for health, healing, and also for speed. Om Ashwini Namaha. Om Ashwini Namaha. Om Ashwini Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by the Ashwini Kumaras, horse-headed twins who are divine beings who have tremendous healing energy, so much so that their nickname is physicians to the gods. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by Ketu. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Next, we honor Jupiter for being in Aries. He is retrograde right now and extra powerful. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Bharani, a star with a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti or power. Om Bharani Namaha. Om Bharani Namaha. Om Bharani Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor Uranus for being in Aries. I put flower petals on Uranus. He is retrograde and extra powerful. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Uranus is in a star called Kritika, a star that can give blessings for truth. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Kritika's star is ruled by Agni, archetype associated with the fire element. Om Agniye Namaha. Om Agniye Namaha. Om Agniye Namaha. Kritika's star is ruled by the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha, or Aries, a zodiac sign that's a fire sign with very active energies, today containing Rahu, planet that can help us to make friends with new technologies, and Jupiter, planet that helps with everything related to spirituality. And Uranus, planet that helps with success in life, creative abilities, and also astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Karkataka, or Cancer, which today contains the moon and also Venus. We start with honoring the moon. I put flower petals on him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon is in a star called Pusha, a star symbolized as a cow's udder. This is said to be the most spiritually auspicious of all the 27 stars that the moon goes through each month. It's a very positive day for everyone when the moon is in Pusha's star. Om Pushaye Namaha. Om Pushaye Namaha. Om Pushaye Namaha. Pusha's star is ruled by Brihaspati, a form of Jupiter in which he is a very high spiritual teacher. His nickname is even Teacher to the Gods. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Pusha's star is ruled by Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Next, we honor Venus for being in Cancer. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus is in a star called Asasha, a star that gives blessings for mystical power. Om Asashaye Namaha. Om Asashaye Namaha. Om Asashaye Namaha. Asasha's star is ruled by the Nagas, ancient light beings who know secrets about cycles of time and have great wisdom. Om Nagasye Namaha. Om Nagasye Namaha. Om Nagasye Namaha. Asasha's star is ruled by Mercury. I put flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules the zodiac sign of Cancer, which is the moon. I put flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on the zodiac sign of Cancer, which is the most emotionally sensitive of all the signs, today containing the moon, which is our mind and our emotions, and Venus, planet of love and beauty and the arts, planet that helps us to enjoy material plane comforts. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. And last but not least, the final sign that we're looking at today, Simha or Leo, today contains Mercury, who is retrograde and extra powerful, and the Sun, which is our soul. We pause for a moment. No, we don't pause for a moment. We honor both of them. They're both in the same star, so we honor both of them before we invoke the star. We start with Mercury. Again, he's retrograde. extra powerful. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Next, we honor the sun for being in Leo. Om Suryaha Namaha. Om Suryaha Namaha. Om Suryaha Namaha. Both Mercury and the sun are in a star called Purva Phalguni. This is a star that gives blessings for relationship. It's also a star that gives blessings for rest and relaxation. I put the flower petals across Mercury and the sun. Om Purva Phalgunaye Namaha. Om Purva Phalgunaye Namaha. Om Purva Phalgunaye Namaha. Purva Phalguni star is ruled by Bhagya, archetype who gives blessings for good fortune. Om Bhagyaye Namaha. Om Bhagyaye Namaha. Om Bhagyaye Namaha. Purva Phalguni star is ruled by Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Leo, which is the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Simha, or Leo, a zodiac sign that has the symbol of a lion and can give blessings for leadership and power. Today containing Mercury, planet of communication and business, planet that helps with analysis and pattern recognition, and the sun, which is our soul, and also a planet so important for our health and our self-esteem. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, I take a lit tea light and I hold it above the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and the many piles of flower petals. And in the air, I circle the tea light around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all these divine beings we have just invoked. Next, I take a lit incense stick to offer the air element and a sweet fragrance, and I circle this above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Now, I take a bell to offer the element of sound. Now, I take a raisin, a small fruit representing the earth element, and I circle this around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. And later in the day, I will eat that raisin as a piece of prasad or blessed food. Right now, I make prayer hands and I ask the blessings of all the divine beings we just invoked, asking each one of them to send their positive energies into the lives of each one of us and also into the lives of our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue your own prayers in silence for a minute, and then we can do short Q&A. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all very much for joining us. I truly appreciate your participation and your support. Right now, we have time for a few questions if you wish to post them in the chat. I don't know if Barbara is here. She asked a question last week, and I'd like to answer that when she's here. So I may table that till tomorrow, till I see that she's back with us for answering that question from last week. Again, the moon is in Pushya star today. I think of moon in Pushya star, it's kind of like the get out of jail free card day. In India, the astrologers would say to me, when the moon is in Pushya star, even if all the other astrological indicators for the day are not positive, nevertheless, if the moon is in Pushya star, it overcomes all those blemishes. So if you ever have a time where you need to plan an important meeting or you need to do something important, if you know that the moon is going to be in Pushya star, that will be a favorable day. Barbara has put in the chat. Yes, she is here. Okay, so our inner life, Barbara, when we say that Neptune can help us with understanding our own inner life, some of that is just even becoming conscious of what our inner life is looking at the moment. For example, do you wake up in the morning thinking, oh God, it's morning? Or do you wake up in the morning thinking, thank you, God, it's morning. Good God, it's morning. What is the attitude that you have inside when you wake up? Are we able to wake up and be positive? Or are we walking around in kind of maybe a low-grade funk for a while? And how quickly can we clear out that low-grade funk if that's what we're in? Until we're fully enlightened, those types of things can happen. But how quickly can we notice it, and how quickly can we change it into something more positive? I had a morning this morning where the Zoom link wasn't set up. There was a mistake in the way the YouTube thing was set up. So I was kind of scrambling to get things set. But inside I was like, thank goodness I know how to set these things. It's not like my first time doing this and I would be in a panic, trying to reach Ronnie. It's like, okay, I know how to fix this. I just have to buckle down and get it sorted. So I felt happy that my inner life was able to be steady, that I wasn't going into high alert panic mode. So Neptune, being a planet that can help us tune into our intuition, and intuition is terribly important. Einstein, if you read his writings, he credits his big discoveries to his intuition. He had the intuitive breakthrough, and then he figured out the math or the physics for, demonstrating the logic of it to the other scientists. But he felt that intuition was a much more important quality to cultivate than rationality. The rationality should just be the servant of the mind, and intuition should be something that's more actively guiding us. So those are qualities that Neptune can help us with that quality of looking at understanding our own inner life is one, realizing we have an inner life. It's not just we're bumbling around in the world and only physical things are happening to us. We have an inner world in ourself that can be very rich if we cultivate that. And Neptune can help us with cultivating that inner life and noticing it, looking at it, and making decisions to create a happier inner world for ourselves. Things can be really miserable, but if you know that what you're doing at the moment is the right thing for you to be doing, you can put up with it because inside you know this is where you're supposed to be, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And, yes, whatever it is, changing dirty diapers or whatever we're doing at the moment may not be the most fun thing in the world, but it's exactly what we're supposed to be doing. And there's a deep level of contentment that we can feel inside when we know that we are where we're supposed to be. So Neptune is a planet that can help with all of those things in helping us to understand, to notice our inner life, and to be willing to, do things to help to change it. That's a very simplistic, perhaps, explanation, but it's something that if you look around and, who are the people that always stay cheerful, and, kind of look at them and be inspired by them, and we can try to model ourselves more after how they respond to things. Dr. Pillai is always very positive. Even if something happens that's not favorable, he can still stay positive with it. So that level of positivity is something that Neptune can help us with. So even though he's a very, very distant planet, far, far, far away, he is still sending vibrations that can help us if we tune into him and ask for help. We have to remember to ask for help. It is a true thing. Excuse me. Dr. Pillai says it is a true thing that free will is a divine principle. The light cannot force itself into us. We have to ask. We have to surrender to the light. We have to be receptive. So this is why it's said that enlightenment comes through the feminine side of our being. We each have a feminine and a masculine side, but enlightenment, the receptivity to light, comes through the feminine side. The ability to retain light, that's the masculine side. The masculine side gives that quality, the ability to retain light once we've received it. So that's my little talk in answering your question. Oh, good. Barbara's saying, as always, you help us to understand. Okay, good. I'm glad that was helpful. Well, I want to be respectful to your time and go ahead and close out for today. Again, thank you so much, those of you that click on the like button and those of you that subscribe to the channel, as it does help the channel to grow. Namaste. The light in me truly honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all.